It could have not been different. The final match for the World Chess Champion title for females, which for 17 days transformed Albania into the center of the sports world, had the most dignified closure. The official award of the World Champion title by Mikhail Gorbachev was the tip of the iceberg. Former president of Soviet Union and one of the giants of world politics, awarded the title to Chinese chess player Hou Yifan. She won the final match against the Indian Hompy Koneru. Besides special guest Mikhail Gorbachev and the president of Albanian Chess Federation Rezart Taci, who enabled the organization of final match for the World Chess Champion title for females, the ceremony held in the Palace of Brigades was also attended by the president of the International Chess Federation, Kirsan Ilyumzhinov, and other personalities from the political and social life in the country. The president of the Albanian Chess Federation, Rezart Taci, who promoted and organized this final match, said that this competition fulfilled all their expectations by defining him as one of the most visionary men in the history of humankind. Rezart Taci said that the champion title shines more in the presence of Mikhail Gorbachev.
For more than 2 weeks, Tirana was transformed into the world epicenter for chess, where two extraordinary chess players competed between them for the world champion title. We experienced strong emotions in these magnificent games. The Chess Federation successfully fulfilled the realization of an activity which has been desired for a long time by the chess community, by the people that live with this sport, and by those who perfectly know the magic of the square chessboard. After 8 meetings, which cannot be described because of the high level of rivalry and by their quality, today we have a new champion. Yifan, the chess player from China who will be awarded the champion title. This title and this event becomes more meaningful, and this ceremony becomes unforgettable because of the presence of one of the most visionary people in the history of humankind, His Excellency President Mikhail Gorbachev. I want to express my gratitude to President Gorbachev, who overcame his health problems and the difficulties of the journey, and he was able to be here at this moment, by making us feel more confident about what we do and what we should do. This is the 22nd autumn since the anxiety of the war and the pain of division that existed in Europe disappeared. Without any doubt, President Gorbachev, President Reagan, Prime Minister Thatcher, Pope John Paul II were the persons that brought peace. They were the ones to think that the future does not include concentration camps. They were the first to think that isolation and fear do not belong to the future. They believed that future means freedom and human dignity. In those difficult moments, we Albanians have painfully seen all moves in the Eastern Europe, the marvelous reforms and the rhetoric of President Gorbachev, which was different from iron rhetoric of the previous times. I want to express Mr. Gorbachev my deepest admiration for his extraordinary contribution in these historic developments and for the hopeful moments he created in those times of despair. My greatest gratitude goes to the President of FIDE, His Excellency Kirsan Ilyumzhinov, who strongly supported our idea to bring a similar event in Tirana, with whom I hope we will continue having other important cooperations. I believe that sport can give a great contribution to strengthen the character, to stimulate the desire for success, the desire to help, to be free and to be creative. Chess embodies all these features. Years ago I read a great lesson from Mahatma Gandhi, who says that satisfaction and success are found at the effort, not at the result. Victory consists in trying too much. Based on this philosophy, I hope that Chess Federation, the entire community of chess players, and all of us have achieved a similar victory.
Later, in a speech worthy of a life lesson, Mikhail Gorbachev said that chess can help in improving life all around the world, and he said he feels proud to be part of the final match of the World Chess Championship for females.
It is my pleasure to be with you in this important event, the coronation of the world champion. I see 2 young women and I am marveled. I congratulate them. I thank the President of FIDE and the President of the Albanian Chess Federation, Mr. Rezart Taci, for his invitation and for allowing me to be a witness of this marvelous event. My presence in this ceremony allowed me to meet with two great chess players. I cannot refuse this new responsibility to teach the Albanian children how to play chess, because everything good starts when we educate our children. I have the pleasure to greet these two chess players. They come from two great countries, which in the past had problems between them, but I would say that one thing is important. Today we are all friends.
President of FIDE, Kirsan Ilyumzhinov, also gave an excellent evaluation to the organizers of this event.
In the name of FIDE, I want to greet the organizers for this giant event. When the committee decided to organize the final match in Albania, many people asked why. Two chess players from two of the major countries in the world would compete with each other in a small country. Later we all understood that Albania was passionate about chess. For more than 2 weeks the attention of chess players from around the world was focused on Albania. I can say that we achieved two objectives. We presented Albania to the entire world and we made chess more familiar for children in this country. I want to thank Mr. Rezart Taci for the organization of this event, which deserves an excellent evaluation. I also thank Mr. Gorbachev, thanks to whom the project to include chess in schools will be supported and implemented in Albania.
The ceremony held for the final match was also attended by the Albanian Minister of Sports, Aldo Bumci.
Today we share two great emotions. The first one is the ceremony held at the end of the World Chess Championship for females, which is the second important event in the world related to chess.
At the end of the awards ceremony of the World Champion title, the organizers held a press conference because of the great interest from the media. Former President of the Soviet Union Mikhail Gorbachev, President of the Albanian Chess Federation Rezart Taci, President of the World Chess Federation Kirsan Ilyumzhinov, and the two finalists answered to the journalists' questions.
I think we are on the right path, and that our attempts do not end here. We will continue supporting chess in all cities of Albania. We will create the infrastructure, the academy, and as the president of the World Chess Federation said, we will include this game in the school curriculum. My knowledge was created on another basis, but in my work to become somebody, besides studying and other things, I would add what the game of chess did for me. Many of my old friends continue training the brain by playing chess. Together with the Albanian government, I will soon sign the protocol to include the game of chess in the school curriculum. This would at least help that one of the rivals in the final matches of the world champion will come from Albania.
This time I felt really good with the organization and with the federation. They organized such a good final match, and I also like the city and the people here.
In future,
This is a great event, and playing in Albania made it more special, because this is my first visit in the country. It made the game easier, and I'm sure that this country will organize other chess events. For this reason, I'd like to come again, considering that people show a great interest to this game. The final match for the World Chess Champion title for females can be defined as one of the most important events in the history of the Albanian sport. In the same way, this event is only the beginning of a project aiming the promotion of chess in Albania.